Hi everyone, this is me, Bengali Mom. I know it's been long, I haven't posted. I was thinking what to say, and it's kind of hard time for me because I lost my baby girl in November, so it's kind of a process to talk about. In this video, I will talk about what I did after my first miscarriage. Um, my baby girl I lost in November 2020. Um, that was my second pregnancy. So I'll talk about that in the next video. Before that, what I did after the first miscarriage, which happened in January 2020. So I'll talk about that, how I took it, how I processed it. So, as in my previous video, I talked about my first miscarriage, how that happened, what doctor told me, what I did. So, I took it pretty strongly, though I was sad, but I took it something like, okay, it just happened. Maybe, inshallah, my next one would be the good one. So I took it positively. I tried to be optimist, but it was heavy on my heart, but I didn't show it to anybody. And in January, my parents were sick, so I had to go to them to see them, but I didn't tell them what happened. It was just between me and my husband. And after that, I came back and we took it like we were living our regular life, but we knew that we wanted to take it slow, so we didn't plan immediately anything. We actually didn't plan anything, so it was going fine. Then in March, COVID happened, so I brought my parents to stay with me so that I can take care of them. So they stayed for 2.5 months. Those 2.5 months was going pretty good because I had somebody to talk to. When I wake up, I can see someone, even if like there was office and everything, but still there was, whenever you open your door, there's somebody you can talk to, but they talk about stuff and stuff. So it was going pretty good, and it was pandemic. Nobody was going out. It was really scary. We didn't go out at all. So we used to just pick up, not even pick up, like the grocer used to deliver it to us and everything. So everything was going smoothly, fine. So I remember that day. So there was a series in Netflix. Me and my husband, we like it. It kind of like science fiction kind of series, which is called Dark, which is, I believe, a German series. So we started watching the last season. So that night something happened, and I knew on that day that I was ovulating, but we didn't plan it. My husband didn't know. So we had our deed. So after a month, I checked and I found out that I was pregnant. So I was not excited. Like, I was kind of excited. I was not. I was also scared because the first miscarriage happened, and this happened in like, I got to know this in like July. So yeah, and on that time when I was pregnant with my second pregnancy in July 2020, that was like about a month, 4 weeks or something. We scheduled appointment with a doctor. Then I made another appointment with another doctor to have the second opinion because you never know. So I went to the doctor and similar thing happens like my first pregnancy. Like there was bleeding at my 5 weeks. Usually doctor won't see you until it's after 7 weeks or 8 weeks, because if there is no heartbeat they cannot say anything. So in my 5 weeks there was a bleeding, but not much. So when you wipe there was blood. So I called the doctor. The nurse said, it's fine. People usually, sometimes some people bleed in their pregnancy. But since my first miscarriage happened, I was really scared, so I called the doctor. The doctor scheduled an appointment. I went there and they said, okay, 5 weeks, I can see something, but your cervix is closed, everything looks fine, so come back again on 7th week. So I went to the 7th week. The doctor said, oh, I can see the heartbeat. So there was hope. So there was heartbeat, everything was fine, it went fine. That was the 7th week. I went to the first doctor. Then on the 8th week, I had appointment with the second doctor. I went there. The baby was grown a little. I have that picture. That's the first picture I have with the hands and the feet, tiny hands and feet. It was moving. It was so cute. I loved that. So it was going fine. 5th week, everything was fine. I didn't have any nausea or vomiting, nothing. Everything was going smoothly. But I used to feel tired. I was very cranky and I had headache and my nose was blocked. So these were kind of my symptoms of like pregnancy. But I didn't vomit or something. So everything looked fine. The blood report came in. Everything looked fine. Doctor said everything is fine. The cervix is fine. The baby is fine. Heartbeat is fine. You look good. So they keep on checking me in the first trimester every 2 weeks. Then after the first trimester, doctor said like, come on again after a month. So when I was in my 3rd month, there was a bleeding at midnight, like around 3 in the morning, like 3 a.m. I went to the washroom. It was dark. I didn't see anything, but when I looked at the toilet bowl, it looked dark. So I turned on the light and I see there was blood. So I was literally scared. I called the emergency. Doctor's number. Told the doctor. So the doctor said, nah, it's too early. You should wait till 9 a.m. then call the office. Then again at 5 a.m. I went to the washroom again and there was a gush of blood. Like literally a gush of blood. I was like, okay, the miscarriage happened. Then I was really scared. I was up all night. My husband didn't know anything. He was sleeping. I waited till 8 a.m. Then I called the office of the second doctor. She told me the doctor is in vacation, so you should go to the emergency. Then I waited till 9 a.m. I called the first doctor's office, and they were like, oh, we are out of schedule today. You cannot come in. If you feel like this is an emergency, go to the emergency. So what I did, I took the second doctor's referral. I went to the emergency. This was OB triage. So they knew what was going on. So they checked. After checking in, this was COVID, so the hospital was almost empty. This was my 3rd week, like around 12th week. So 3rd month, sorry. Around 12th week, I went there and doctor did ultrasound and everything looked fine. Baby was moving from here to there, though I couldn't feel it at that time, but yeah, so it was moving here and there. So everything looked fine. We stayed there till like afternoon. They did a thorough ultrasound. Not They couldn't find anything. They just said there is a fibroid, but that's behind, so that's not going to harm the baby or the uterus. So nothing to worry about. So after that, I went to the doctor who came from the vacation. He checked me very thoroughly and he said, you are fine. You're good to go. Don't worry about anything. So do the anatomy test on your 19th week. Then I'll see you later on, like in your 20th week. So I went to the anatomy test. Baby's position was like upside down, so they couldn't do it properly, so they needed to see more. So they scheduled another appointment. So everything looked fine. On the 20th week, it was 20th week, 2 days. Baby was on time. It was exactly the same date when it started, and she was on time. Then another thing on the anatomy test, I got to know that that's a girl. We wanted a girl, so we either way it was fine, but we felt happy that it was a girl. We didn't mind if it was a boy either, but yeah, it made us happy because I don't know, back in my mind we wanted a girl, so it was a girl. So on 20th week, 2 days, something happened and I lost my baby on the 20th week, 3 days. I'll tell you about that in the next video. So yeah, that's it for today. Hope to talk to you soon. Bye.